position. One play later, boom, end zone.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out.
And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Out of the gun now on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
This is taken at about the 14. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Talk about flipping the script. That punt return, 86 yards. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. But it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
2nd and 5. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6. They'll set up to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. 21 yards. Well done on the return. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Raiders open the lead up to 34-0. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6.
So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to make it 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he'll be tackled inside his own 15. The decision to bring it out cost him some yardage. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Off play action. Hampton. Wide open receiver complete. 30. 10. 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great effort there. 88 yards. And the Raiders are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it is 42-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
There's still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. 2nd and 6. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Browns on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll set up a throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Browns send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. He'll look to set up his blockers. A good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raiders offense ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking it.
Touchdown, Raiders! A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders are pouring it on. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tiny 2-play drive that time. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well.
Go to something else.
And rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got it to Williams. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 15. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now here come the Raiders. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and
he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the silver and black continue to roll. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this 1st half. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of 1st downs. And
blitz coming, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Pressure, they got him again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Oh, good move. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Off the play fake. Hampton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders are pouring it on. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the rout is on here this first half. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got a... And down he goes. Brought down, a Raiders sack. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 33. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jalen Waddle there to make the grab. And the silver and black continue to roll. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And I never played quarterback, but I'm thinking as a quarterback, you're a little bit into the game now. Second quarter, you're losing. You're not playing well. Probably feels like a lot of weight on your shoulders.
Certainly does, but it's something that quarterbacks have to be used to because they're always carrying around that weight. So how do they adjust the weight? How do they make it work for them? How do they work against it? That's what we're going to find out going forward.
Yeah, they'll be trying to get all that weight off his shoulders here on this drive. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. The Browns send out their punter now. as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. So you want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line.
Okay, I wish I could say this from experience, but I have talked to people about this. When you've had a big return for a touchdown, the hardest thing to do the rest of the game is to make good decisions, because after you've gotten one, you expect to get another one. In this case, he needed to tamp back the enthusiasm a little bit.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Raiders. Jalen Waddle, 83 yards. And the Raiders are pouring it on. Carlson now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And just a 30-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild. And here's another completion for good yards.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll try and start this drive in the air. His throw incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a
rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. They'll look to throw here. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Taking it about the 16. And he's loose again.
Ooh, Lord have mercy.
And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. That'll go down as an 84-yard punt return. And the silver and black continue to roll. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. We know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while.
And the Raiders have got him. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Second and long.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. They try and bring the pressure, but he still gets off a good one. Taking it about the 36. Oh, some strong running. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them,
touchdown! A great play there. 55 yards. And the Raiders get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good, and that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look under pressure. They got him again. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Raiders. Jalen Waddle saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Another opportunity now for the Browns offense. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. 2nd and 1. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Back to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. They'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he'll wind up netting positive yardage out of this as he's able to get it up near the 25-yard line. A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
162 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the second round. Now left side on the swing pass. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders are pouring it on. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
And now the Browns coming out on the field.
And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
2nd and 7 from the 20.
He'll drop to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Pulled in at the 24. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Off play action. Hampton. Wide open receiver complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Carlson on for the PAT. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out.
And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off here, the 32. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. Suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. The Browns drive about to get started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left. Because
he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their totals. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out. I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Trying to shake off the interception from the left. And the Raiders have got him. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now back to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They'll look to throw again. It's Williams on the catch. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he comes back with one complete. Yeah, the Browns are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. The Raiders are moving on. Thanks for watching, everybody, and so long. just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.